Dave, welcome to the Peace Day broadcast.
Thank you very much. Very nice to be here.
So Dave, listen, you were there for Peace One Day right from the very beginning. We wanted to produce the first ever Peace Day celebration, and you supported me to do that at Brixton Academy. Can you tell me about that experience, that show, and why you wanted to help?
Yes. What was great, Jeremy, as yourself, you have a great sort of sense of urgency that you wanted to pull this thing together and begin a movement. And it was triggered by what triggers everybody else. It's like chaos going on in the world everywhere, and, wars breaking out. I think there was 37 wars happening at the same time or something. And when you were explaining this, you were an actor and you were explaining that you just got so fed up with seeing all of this stuff on the news. And I was I have the same feeling myself, but sometimes, you feel like useless. Well, what can I do? And then you said, well, when you're building a house or whatever, you start with one brick in the foundation or whatever. So I was thinking, try and start with one day where if we can get people to agree, whether it's United Nations or whoever, to just say, okay, on this day, let's celebrate peace and lay down arms. So I understood that was something that could possibly be achievable. Having done so much work with Amnesty and Greenpeace and all these different organizations, and seeing real things happen, meeting people who are incarcerated just for their beliefs, and then them coming out of, prison helped by Amnesty, and I would meet them, when Annie and I did the Peace Giant tour. We gave all our proceeds from the ticket sales and merchandise and everything to Amnesty and Greenpeace. So, this was, something that I sort of felt inside myself would be a possibility. See, lots of things I get approached with or have been approached with seem almost impossible tasks, right? And even though I have always, been interested in helping, Doctors Without Borders and, various food sort of charitable, and World Central Kitchen at the moment, which I think are doing a great job and things like that. They seemed possible because I met, the chap who started World Central Kitchen when he was just talking about it. Funny enough, I met Jeff Bezos when he was just talking about wanting to sell books on the internet. But that's one way I just couldn't understand it. And yeah, we all know what happened there. But you see, there's certain people, you can see it in their eye and the way they talk, that they're going to do something. And so when you, Jeremy, started talking to me, I could see, okay, he's got that thing, he's got a grip on it and himself. And so then it was a bit of a panic about let's have a concert in Brixton. It was with hardly any notice, literally pulled together by the skin of our teeth, as we say in Britain. And I agreed to that. And then, let's make a sort of song, an anthem. And that was interesting because I had with me the great Jimmy Cliff, who wrote one of the greatest songs, Many Rivers to Cross. And he also is a great believer in peace and justice. And so I had him with me, and a girl called Nadira X, and I had basically a sort of Jamaican posse with me, who all are great believers in the same kind of thing. And so I started to sort of think about a song that we could do quickly with, the tools that we had and the people that we had. And so I had a sort of studio in a church in Crouch End, which is still going as a studio. It wasn't a studio when I first got it, but has a lovely big hall inside. And so we quickly set up in there. I sort of started writing this song, and I can't even tell you how songs come, because I actually don't actually write them. They just write you, if you know what I mean. So it's something that just came immediately. And I knew that when you have, it's that Tom Petty used to say to me, "Don't bore us, get to the chorus," right? So it was like, okay, the verses need to be, it's almost like writing a movie with little acts, you know, so it's like the setup in the verse, you know, and then when the chorus comes, it's kind of delivering, okay, well, this is what it's about, which I thought, well, it's already called Peace One Day. At the time, writing the song, I think it was like Peace for a Day or Peace One Day, and it was like everybody was discussing what fitted better rhythmically, you know. That's always the thing when you're writing a song, you know, and somebody says, "Oh, I've got an idea. We could say aluminium or aluminum," and you go, It's like, you know, it's a mixture of, you know, getting the emotion across, the delivery, the rhythm, and the person who's singing or rapping or whatever. It has to be easy to flow off the tongue. And so we sorted all that out upstairs in the church big room, you know. We had a rough idea and then sorted out all of these, you know, little bits of words that need twisted or changing. And then boom, we actually recorded it in front of you, Jeremy, you know, so it all went down very quickly. And then it was dashing to Brixton. And I remember the night, because it was like, well, is anybody going to come? You know, when you do something just so quick and on the spot. And, you know, there was a couple of interviews, and then I think you got on the TV and said, we're going to do this thing. And all of a sudden it was packed, and we were there, and it was like an amazing celebration. And some great speeches were given and some great performances. And the whole feeling felt like one of those victory laps, you know, when you're scrambling together to get something, to make it like, you know, it's like putting a stake in the ground. You can go around talking about something, but when you go, no, well, actually, the concert's like on this date, and boom, and there it is, and then there's packed out with people, and the song, there it is, and, you know, a lot of things came together in a very short space of time. That's my memory of it.
Dave, it's incredible to hear you speak about something that we did such a long time ago, and you know what you did and how you did it was absolutely incredible. And for the last 24 years, 3 years, you know, we have used that song every year. I've never forgotten that moment. What you helped me, you know, produce at Brixton was incredible, and I thank you so much. And I mean, I have to say, let's have a little look at that song right now.
Justice. I want a little peace when I hit my bed. Millions spent on war, millions not being fed. So many broken hearts. Tell me when will it mend? And it's a trend that we gotta break. If we could stop being fake, look at where we're going, look at what is at stake. Examine the cause, examine the effect. When there is no justice, tell me what do you expect? Let's genuflect and show respect to every class, color, and creed, and let's keep in check. Don't get entangled in the selfish wreck. Look what you give is what you get, and we could get peace one day. Let's escape the rage, escape the hate. Peace for one day. Just peace. Shine a light, turn the new page. Peace for one day. Escape the hate, escape the rage. Peace for one day. Let's all live as one. 'Cause it's time we get together and show some respect for our fellow man. Gonna have peace. Let's escape the rage, escape the hate. Let's shine a light, turn a new page. Escape the hate, escape the rage. We gotta shine a light, turn a new page. Doesn't matter what you think or say, all around the world, let's have peace. It doesn't matter what you think or say, all around the world, let's have peace for one day. Peace for one day is not impossible. Sing it as one, make ourselves unstoppable. Peace for one day. Peace one day, our 2 days possible. Peace for one day. Sing it as one, make ourselves unstoppable. Peace for one day. Peace one day, our 2 days
Okay, so Dave, there it was. There's the song. Absolutely brilliant.
All right. I was reading something the other day. It was quite interesting, and I can't remember who said it, but it's a quote, and they said, you know, the tongue has no bones, but it can break a million hearts, you know? And what I think is people generally are amazing human beings who want to help each other and be a community. And then when somebody or a dictator gets in power, or people misunderstanding or being misled, promote or vote for somebody to get into power, all of a sudden the things they do and say and the decisions they make create all of these wars and chaos and everything. And we all know that it's often not about what they're saying, it's about money and land grabs and all sorts of things. So the idea that more and more the people, you know, being able to embrace a day and spread some kind of feeling that brings some kind of hope, or, you know, beyond hope, there's hope. So that's what I think Peace One Day is about. It's about spreading that. And I know that many countries around the world now actually have little events or big events or all sorts of things happening on that day. And I think that's a very powerful thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's now, around 3 billion people fully aware of the day. That's, that they know that it's Peace Day. I mean, the numbers have become, incredible, and the behavioural change that happens, the decrease of violence that's occurring in our homes, communities, schools and places of work is absolutely extraordinary. Last year, Dave, it was quite incredible, and it's measured independently. But there were 23 billion movements in one day, in 24 hours, of the two words Peace Day. And that just gives you a sense of what's going on globally, the conversation that's happening. And out of that conversation comes people building bridges, reconciling their differences, saying sorry, forgiving. And, you know, you were there, you set us up, you gave us the foundation. I can't tell you what that meant. You know, you might have seen something in me, but mate, you know, I've only done what I've done because, you know, people encouraged me and believed in me, and you were there right at the beginning. And I thank you for that, mate.
Thanks. Well, let's look forward to this year, and next year, let's plan something interesting. I won't give much away.
Okay. Well, listen, that's incredible. I know that you're going to, you know, re-release the song for next year's Peace Day. And I know that you and I are talking about, you know, producing a show together again. And I really look forward to that. I thank you, Dave, for everything.
Yeah, I think it won't be in such a hurry this time. So I'm going to be able to, you know, look at the song, pull it to bits, put it back together, and ask certain people to join in on it. And I think that's going to be, it's an interesting thing to do. As you know, I love making music and making what used to be called records. So yeah, I'll speak to you soon about that.
Dave Stewart, Peace One Day Ambassador, thank you very much. And I'll see you soon.
See you soon.